Okay, everybody, I think I got my shit together. Give me a moment. I need to plug my phone to charge. 1 second. Uno momentos. I'll have the camera going shortly. And I hope all this stuff works. I'm only running on one monitor right now because my other one, well, might be dry, but I didn't have time to check it yet. See if it's fully dry from that leak I had. So boom, hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. And as you can see, I actually cleaned my desk a bit for this shenanigans tonight. Because I'm gonna need some space. Well, sort of clean the desk. Actually, mostly did clean the desk. Holy shit. So yeah, I've got some fun little lads I was given to who paint up for coming events. And yeah, we're gonna see how things go. Although, oh my god, this is gonna be annoying as heck with only one bloody monitor to work with. But we'll see how it goes. Also, is my microphone even picking up? Please? Okay, good. My microphone is picking up, so that those sound settings didn't get screwed over on me. Let me just make sure that our settings are ready, because also, in case y'all may have been looking at the VTuber news, there's been a bunch of drama happening as of recent, and I was trying to keep abreast of that. It's like, oh crap, the timing. So yeah, let me just get that turned on. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, we've got some painty shenanigans to do tonight. I have this Avatar of Cain, which I've mounted onto some paper clips to hold for painting. I have most of an idea of what I want to do for this lad. So we're gonna hopefully it'll work out tonight. I get to use some of that fancy paints I have, which I have not taken out yet. So you'll be hearing a lot of rustlings I get to paint out. I have him. I got this little centaur lizard guy. Probably going to try some glazing shenanigans with him for some what you call it, color variants, and we'll just kind of just YOLO with see how it goes. And I have this Amble. Oh yeah, and look at that. He's doing a flip. He's doing a fucking flip, mate. Look at him. It's like nah. And also I pre-primed all these, and there's also pre-weighted this down because let's just say the weight was a little bit too far on one side. So whoopsie. There we go. So yeah, we're going to start with these things first. I think I will start off with the Avatar Cain, just because I think he's got the most unsupported weight. So we'll do his front half, let him dry, then I'll flip him around and do the back half. And then we'll just see how this goes. So, yeah, we're going to just pretty much get straight into it. Because, oh boy. Oh wow, my VLC actually pops up in front of my screen every time the song changes. That's blocking the chat window. I can't see things when you do that. This is going to be annoying as heck. Oh well. Next time we'll probably have the second monitor going. Let me see. That's probably not going to need. Oh, this actually has a QR code. Hey, scan the QR code. See, will you scan it? Will you scan it? Come on. You can't scan. No. Oh well. Wait, let me get a little something that's going to be specifically special for this Avatar Cain I want to try out. I've also pre-primed these all in black already with Mecha Color Black, just because this is the one acrylic prime I have that actually works for once. And there's still Risk of Rain outside. Risk of Rain, which means I don't want to use any stinky paints tonight. I'm going to be sticking to pure acrylics today. And this is what I get for cleaning up. That belcher. I don't know if I'm going to even use any of that belcher today, but I'm just going to pull that out just in case. Hold on. I did something stupid and then I actually organized and put my paints away and stuff. The Gym Striker! It's the fucking Gym Striker! Hi, Salty John. Welcome. How you doing, mate? Hey, welcome to funny commission painting stream. It makes me feel important, I guess. Now, where is it? That is the white gray. I may need that. Hashtag not prepared for stream, even though I had all the time to do that. Airbrush white, okay. Where's my white ink? This is the varnish. 1 second. I am checking through my box of paints for the shit I need. Is this it? Yeah, here we go. Here's the white ink. Huzzah. Watching the GBO2 suit that cannot emergency evac building 40k stuff. Ooh, what? Sure. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of Eva, also I managed to kill the Red Gundam, the funny Eva Red Gundam. So huzzah for that. The Tiger New Water Kick, but it's just a black box. Oh, okay. It's the legally distinct black box. Yep, I understand that. Ooh. I do know the Avatar Kane. I see people paint the Avatar Kane with a base red on his flesh, dark red. Maybe I have a chance to try the dark red. Oh, we'll see about that. And I think I'll just have these other paints nearby. I'm going to need the yellow for sure. I'm going to need the orange for sure. Where's my orange at? Here we go. Also, I bought a new paint thing to try today. I bought it on the way home. It's the glazing medium for Vallejo. Because I think the way the fire flames work on this thing will be needing some sort of contrast style paint. And since I don't want to get an entire new range of contrast paints, I'm going to make my own contrast paints. With blackjack and hookers. Let me see. Oh. God, joke this man a little. Ugh! I should. Can I get away with a joke it command on the chat? I wonder. I want to. Am I small enough to push it away? Push it. Am I small enough to push on through with a joke it command on stream? Yes, there we go. You can take that any way you want. There we go. Let me see. There. Yeah, also, there you go. Aha! I got the Red Gundam kit. This will probably be for next week or the week after. We'll see. We'll see how my timing works. This. But I finally fucking got it! Fucking got it, buddy! Yeah! Anyway, meh. That goes to the side. That's it. Also, I picked up actually a few things. I got this Vallejo Metal Medium. Apparently, you can use this to turn a paint metallic. Although I was warned that this is actually just a very lightly silver paint, so it will lighten your paint. So you should not use a very small amount to do the metallicing, not use too much of it. But okay, it's here if I need it. Why not? Try and see. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'll need it for any of these guys, but we'll find out and see. Here's the glaze medium, which is what I'm going to be using today to try to, well, make glazes out of my paints to do the fire brimstones effects on the cane, Avatar Cane. But I'm going to order myself the display, the Pacha toolbox. Oh, why you have a box of tools in your backpack? Nice. Love it. Well, let me just get an Avatar Cane out. Avatar of Cane, and get that little picture onto the side. I'll use an official Warhammer picture because, wow, that is love hentai. I really should not click the wrong picture to show on stream. I really should not open a hentai picture on stream right now. No, that would be very bad. Do it. Ah! Shit, it's not hentai. Oh well. Anyway, here's the Avatar Cane. Now, can I crop you, please? Let me transform you. Edit transformations. I need to bounding box. Crop left. 50 pixels? 60? 100 pixels. Oh, wow, gotta go further. 120 pixels. There we go. Then right is gonna be a 120 pixel crop. I can go even further beyond the 150. I'm going 150 pix crops. Oh my. 160? Looks like 160 needs to be fine. Then the top will be a good 20 pixels. No, that could be a 50 pixel crop. There we go. 50 pixel crop. The bottom, let's just say 50 pixel crop as well. Okay, there we go. There we go. So, and you are in front of my overlay. Boop. If I drag this below, there we go. Now you are. Where the fuck did you go? Did you go into the overlay? Uh-oh. Hold on. Where did that picture just go? Oh shit. Which Where did that picture? Oh no, there you go. I got you. I got you. So you have to go there, please. There we go. Okay. I got you behind the overlay. All right, here we go. So we have this lad here. You know, this lad here. So this is what this guy is. And let's take a little quick inspection of him. So he's got a very dark red brimstone-y look to him. But I was having an idea. Let me also get a heat color chart. Explaining what the Americans are very afraid of. So apparently as let's see. Thermal heat color. Thermal heat color. Let me see. So chart. Things, how do the colors go? So it does turn blue as you get hotter. A temperature guide. Rocket exhaust heat colors. Chart. Because I'm having an idea. If any of you have played Dark Souls, you'll know of the Smelter Demon. And there's the regular red fire smelter demon, and then there's the boss, the super boss version of the blue smelter demon. And I'm checking to make sure if blue is meant to be a warmer fire flame, then it's, let's see, fire color heat chart. Because it'll you get closer to white as the fire gets hotter, or something like that. All those are the same Kelvins. Flame tests. No, that's flame test. So I'm thinking I might go, like, transition him from mainly brimstone red here into, like, a blue flame on the left side or something. I'm thinking... So it goes red, orange, yellow, white, blue. Okay, so red, orange, yellow, white, blue. So it gets white hot, and then it gets blue. Interesting. So I might see about trying to do that. But first, we have to do his flesh. Also, he's got actually a very skull white face and skull white after handle as well. I'm thinking it's a very dark red or brimstone red as for his flesh. It's slightly red tinted, so I'm thinking I need to do a base paint of a very dark clear red. And I do have this Vallejo dark red here. Also have this Two Thin Coats Emperor red. I think I'm gonna go with the dark red and try a bit of the contrast medium in this, and just see how it goes. I'm just gonna YOLO this and see. Let me get my not wet palette because I don't know where I put it. Let me get just my regular paint palette. Yeah, here we go. One regular paint palette that is somewhat clean, and we're going to try this out and see. I need to put this somewhere first. Slip it to the side. There we go. Okay, so key things first is some water. Oop. And then I need a brush. Which I'm not going to be too picky with my brush, I guess. I say that as I'm trying to find the brush I was using last time. This will do, I think. There we go. Got my O-size brush. Let's just pre-damp it first. Now, I'm going to have the glaze medium and the dark red. And now let me, for the first time, Google how much of this glaze medium do I use? Vallejo glaze medium instructions. Let's see. What do they say about glaze medium here? Suspending blah 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 blah. I just need, give me a ratio. It works better than blah 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 blah. No one's giving me a solid number. What does the official Vallejo website say? Vallejo Glaze Medium. Give me. I don't get the official website. Okay, interesting. All right. Can I? The. You'd think there'd be more instructions on how to use the damn thing. Is it on here? Oh, never mind. The instructions printed on the fucking bottle. Okay, add to colors up to 50% to increase flow and transparency, and slow drying time for shading and detailing. Matte finish, very useful for working with pigments. So up to what? Up to 50% of. Wait, what? Do we mean add up to 50% to the colors? So is it 50? Is it a 2-to-1 ratio, or are they saying a 1? Test and see. A fucking test and see. I'll just give these both a vigorous yorking. Remember to york your paint bottles. Always york your paint bottles for the best consistency. But keep the lids on tight. You don't want to splat out too early. Okay. So let's get some of the dust particles out of this. Let's run with a little squeezy dollop here. And then, I think I will. Then, oh. Well, okay. Okay then, fine. Pop off the entire blade top like that. Okay, this is how the stream's gonna start, is it? There we go. Now I'm going to pound like that's gonna pop open. I'm just going to put a bit of the glaze medium there. And then I'm going to attempt to sort of mix these together. There we go. Something like this. Just get them together. I just want it nice and glazy. Nice and glazy. I want to get a lot of that, preserve a lot of this dark color back. And I think, what? Oh, he's got that booty. I'm going to test this on his back first, just to see. Okay, yeah, no, I need more pigment. I need more pigment for sure. Okay, that. Too crazy. Too crazy. Give me more of that pigment. There we go. That's looking better. Although I'm thinking maybe that might be too glazy still, actually. It's forming in the recesses, which I want to use my white paint for, not there. So actually, maybe I don't need the glaze part. Maybe I just need to very carefully tint the raised sections only. So I'm not using the glaze. I make the glaze mix and I'm not using it now. This is away. Just want to tint this the red, and we're gonna work from that. Because also I forgot this is a airbrush paint, so it's already pretty thin on its own. Anyway, let's just go with the flow. See how it goes. Let's get these muscly biceps going. There we go. Just spread the glaze about as much as I can. Yep, and then he's got the thigh, so we're gonna glaze his ass. Oh, there we go. Ass has been glazed successfully. Might need to come back again with a darker red, but then that is future me to deal with for that. As in me in about 10 minutes time. Let me just get this first coat going. There we go. Nice and carefully, just very quick brushy brush around. And then I'm gonna see. I think that looks like I'm gonna need more of the red now. Which means, where's my good old, not my was darker red, my regular red. Yeah. So what do we have this? Oh, that's a red primer. Where's my dark red at? That's bloody red. I need a dark red. Well, that was dark red I just used. I need a redder dark red now. Let me see. Is this it? Here's a Mephiston red. We'll try that a bit. Alright, so now to see how do I like this? Just spread this a bit more. I do feel like it's looking a little bit on the purplish side. I do want this a bit more brimstone-y red. So I might grab some more of the Glazen and some of the Mephiston red I have here and try to glaze in the Mephiston red onto this. So, a little dollop. Not too much. Then we glaze that up. And let's see. Just use this to tint this back. Because I'm having ideas here. I just need to apply it. There we go. Why is this looking a bit bubbly? Why am I getting so many air bubbles as I brush? Just because it's too wet, maybe? Oh well. Continue first with it. I can fix it later. We just start to get color where it needs to be. Let's get it around these arms. Because doing the lower surfaces first, I can touch up the raised surfaces later. I just need to get color where it needs to go. There we go. Your hand is kind of gloved already. That's fine. Oop, need to do your thighs for a little bit. Evenly distribute the glaze as much as I can. Up. That booty. Not sure how well you can see this on the screen, honestly. But if I change my exposure too much, then it's going to be overblown. Just know that a paintbrush has slipped between the cheeks and painted it crimson red. Take that as you will. Yeah. Get some paint on the gooch as well. There we go. That's looking like a nice, starting dark red to work off of from there. Let me just see. Probably have to maybe dry brush or speckle brush some dark gray onto this later, but maybe I can just get away with repeat glazing it. This is the most I'm going to be trying to glaze a model just because of the veins and effects and stuff I want to work on this thing. Let me just get that paint up into your neck as well. There we go. Get in there. There we go. There, we're starting to get sort of brimstone-y look, I guess. Yeah, okay, that looks good. So I think while that dries, I'll shift to painting another part of the model, which I hadn't actually prepared for yet. But oh, that's just how it goes. I think I will do his weird Wraith Bony face, which looks like it's just going to be a white inside there. So, as always, going direct to white is going to be fucking horrible and shit. So, I'm going to go with a white grey first. This is ever so slightly pigmented off white to start the process. So, a little bit of that. And this is an air paint, so I don't really need to damp my brush too much. Stabilize. And very carefully, just dabble that in first. Get the... Uh-oh. Whoopsie. That happened. Oh shit. I can fix that. Let me... While my paint... My brush is there, so... Note to self, do not hold it. Do not put pressure on the little helmet things. There we go. Okay, well, I can fix that right now. Because that was a clean break. I fucking put my glue away, didn't I? Oh, here it is. Okay. Hold up. Okay, quick intermission as I fix the little whoopsie here. I'm gonna, as always, be lazy and attempt to just directly glue it first. And then if it comes off again, I'll pin it. What? Okay, 1 second. Come on. And the super glue dried out. Okay. To the bin you go. Let's try this next one. Bear with me. Whoa, okay, whoa, okay. This one works. This one works. Yeah, there we go. And then that just goes right back on. Yep. I said it goes right back on, I said. Okay. Is the alignment okay? Alignment seems good. So I know that the paint will hold it, so let me just give a little spot there. Reinforce it on a bit, then okay. See how that goes. That should dry pretty quickly. And I'll just continue, now I'll just paint over where the glue part went. Okay, there we go. Alright. Hold this carefully. Get my brush back. This. Then, very carefully, apply a second coat of paint to this inner skull area. Again, because it's recessed, I'm being a little bit messier, just because I can touch this up later with the outer helmet painting. There we go. This. See, do I have a non-airbrush version of this paint? That would be a bit more useful for getting coverage. Let me see. Let me check my little drawers. That's no, all my stuff in that brush. Oh well. Well, I'm sure I will have another white paint to work with. Actually, no, I have another white paint to work with. Where is my cool white? Well, oh, here. Shit. Had ivory I could have worked with as well. Regular cold whites. Alright, we'll try that and see. Grey white doesn't work too well. I've got the ivory white. Just gonna make sure nothing settles too much in there. Keep it nice and smooth. As you can see, your molded eyes as well, which are going to be the fire effect on them. Right, okay. Sure. Let me get my thinner brush now. Because I'm going to have to do the very thin little vein lines. And again, I can't find the paintbrushes that I was only recently using, which is annoying. I need to reorganize my entire paint section like this. There we go. Got my triple zero brush now. Where's my ink? Here you go. Got the Vallejo Game Color white ink. We're gonna use that to get the initial inner veins going on these lads. Oh, I'll just put the white ink over here. Nice rich white ink. Stabilize it. Just a spot of liquid, water on it. Spot of the white ink, and now we just line down the eyebrows very carefully. Very carefully like that. And I'm going to probably do some dry brush blending in to neaten up the edges, but right now I just need to get these inner veins handled and prepared for the glazing we're going to do. Where's that direction go? Goes this way. Right down here. Nice and carefully. Stabilize. Reach it. Oh. There might not look too neat right now, but it's going to have the yellow and orange glazing done later to make it look like it's the radiating heat and fire from him. So it should blend in pretty well. Like that. Then straight down this recess here. Again, being very careful to not be too messy with it. Just get the recesses. I can also just go back and fix some mistakes later as well. Well, YOLO as we go. YOLO as we go first. Let's see. This a bit. Like so. Just looking for all the recesses. Like so. Now, if I'm not speaking much, I'm just very focused on this. Oh. Some of the previous glaze is still wet, but I guess it can blend in as we go. Yep. Reach in. Like that. Smaller little cracks here as well. Just giving some dots. Just very carefully along the lines. Go. Just gotta trust the process first. As always, the hardest part when it comes to painting as well as art is trust the process. It'll look better later. Or you can touch it up later, which I intend to do. I'm used to touching up things repeatedly. And myself even. Wait, what? Go. Need to reinforce the front a bit more here. There we go. Let's see. Any other of these veins? It's got some on his leg. Put this. Just put it down through. Like so. All right. I'm real glad that this is like for glowing effects, so I don't need to be too anally precise about this. Moderate precision, but not extreme precision. Oop. And go straight down this. Go right there. I see a spot over here as well. I was gonna start having to paint these little trinkets and stuff around here. But I suppose it's easy for me to come back and fix that later. Wait, so now... Am I supposed to glaze white between his butt cheeks? Does he have fire and brimstone coming from his butt? Well, I mean, this vein does go up into the butt cheeks. I guess we're doing butt cheek flames.
Hydrate, you bastard!
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate! Hi, Plum. Welcome. Well, just have we talk about butt cheek flames, because look at them butt cheeks. Oh yeah, and a stretch. Thank you, Plum. I shall do that.
All right, now, mommy, daddy button.
Oh, that's so good. Thank you for the dick punch, Plum. How you doing? Hope you got a good start to your day. I'm doing a 3D printed avatar Korn today. It's Kane. Where's my hand? There you go. On the left is what the official pictures are like, and so I'm getting the base layers and veins and stuff ready to start glazing in to get that weird brimstone effect. And yeah, I'm about to put white ink into his butt crack, because that's how the vein here is traveling. So I have no choice. I gotta put the white fluid between the butt crack. We're going the balls deep here. We're doing it. We're going straight up. Yep, and there we go. There we go. Because he's got a white butt cheek. Oh, it looks like he's dripping cum from his butt now. Not for long. It looks like he's dripping fire from his butt once I get to the glazing section. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Trust the process. Trust the process. Just trust the artistic process for this. Yep, straight up the butt. Let me just hold on. Let me just clean that cheek a bit. Hold on. Let me just wipe that off. There you go. Want to keep things nice, sort of clean, light, and tidy. Where's my tissue? Hold on. I need my tissue for the white stuff. Here we go. The not cum tissue. Okay, so now as I continue on around these weird fire veins. Just jam the paint in as we go. Yeah. How's your wedding electronics? The extension cord I've replaced outright. My second monitor I've kept off just because I had no time to really check it today. I got home, cleaned my desk for the stream, and so I'm running single monitor right now. And my VLC player keeps popping up every so often between songs, blocking my entire OBS view, which is annoying. So, yeah. My only unconfirmed thing is just my second monitor, which hopefully has dried out. But that's probably a thing we're going to be checking after stream. If not, I'll do it this weekend instead. Oh, no. Fuck. I have overtime to work on this weekend. I'll figure it out. So yeah, main stuff is still working though. My computer is fully operational and usable. It's just the stupid drip was that was certainly a thing that happened for sure. And I wish that not to happen again. There we go. Let me just get more of this into these veins. Right through. There we go. Yep. Snap indeed. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah. It wasn't a disaster, and at least I finally figured out what was causing the fuse to keep tripping. It was like perfectly positioned to drip right into one of the empty sockets on my extension cord and literally filled it up with water. It's like that video I posted. That was after I shifted thing, and a huge amount of water just went sloshing out through its sides. It's like, oh shit. And then I took that video of me emptying the rest of it out after. It's like, wow, that is a... Well, that happened now, didn't it? So like, it was quite the flood. But, yeah, at least all main electronics are fine. One of my server's hard drives failed as well, but I can't tell if it's because of the dripping or not. Although it did fail when the dripping happened, so might have been the case. However, again, I built the server as a 6-drive, 2-drive redundancy, so I can handle 2 drive failures, and I have spare drives. I just, again, I've been busy. I haven't had no time to do the drive swaps and everything. How dare I be busy with life? Life. Don't tell me about life. Marvin reference. New excuse get a new bigger monitor. It actually is a legitimate new good excuse. What's if I forget? Let me just dampen. Get some thin ink. Let me fill in the little words here, but symbols. Actually, I have an idea. I'm going to overload the brush with a thinned ink and just swipe right down. Use it like a panel line filler. Like, just really push it in, and then boom. There we go. That worked. So now I've sort of filled the symbols here with pigment. Oh, let me retry that again. Let me just do the good old jam it in. Then wet finger, wipe away. That may or may not have worked, honestly. Good enough. It's going to be a flaming sword anyway. So let's do it on the other side. Extra wet brush. Some of the pigment. And then just blah, 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 blah over the writing. And then just finger smush it around. Yes, I am literally finger smushing, finger painting this around to reblend it out a bit. There we go. The word sword symbols are filled in. And yeah, let me see. Oh, his back. He's still got his stuff on his back to do. The veins upon his back. Very carefully. Just paint those in. Nice and well again. Sort of carefully, but not too carefully because it is a glow effect. Like that, like that. Although, yeah, let me see, what's it? Fingering the kit on stream? Yes, very much. I can't finger myself, so I'm going to finger the kit instead. Haha, I found a loophole. I can't finger myself, but I can finger the kit. For that spicy, spicy content. Which all of you come here for. Probably. Probably not. Or you come here too, even. Y'all can come to wherever you like. Let me just... get that white glaze in there. See, is that all the main visually visible veins done on this? No. His right arm has some still. Like that. I wet the brush to sort of try to clean up the part here where a little bit too much. Also, just sort of somewhat blends it together here. There we go. Nice. Gonna go work, have fun. Yep, you too, Plum. Have a good day at work. Yeah, you can do it, Gunbaloo. Treat yourself to bubble tea. There we go. Yeah. Have fun, Plum. Catch you around. And there we go. Let me just... In fact, I'm sort of glazing it in here as well. But I think that's okay to mix it, and then I'll just darken it later. There we go. Alright, so... Seems good-ish enough, maybe. We'll see. Again, I can touch these up later. Now, that's us. I think what I need to do is go with the yellow glaze next. No, what I need to do is let that ink dry first, fully dry first, then yellow glaze. So while I let that dry, I think I'll work on the armor, I guess, as armor bits and bobs. So, let's see. His armor is a... well, red. Okay, a rich red sort of thing. Like a dark red leading up into a brighter red at the top. So more dark red. Okay, then. Let me see. I guess dark red? More dark red? More dark red! YOLO the dark red. Well, then we'll do this not glaze. This is going to be a lot more solid and stolid-y like. So let's see. I'll put some... you know, okay, we're going to use a lot of these little spots. Let's try this and see. What could go wrong? And he's got a bunch of trim to deal with later, so just a touch of water to re-point my brush. Get loaded up. And apply. Very carefully. Like so. This is definitely going to be layer 1. Act as the base for the future colors. Actually, that's a bit. No, that feels too purpley. No. I need red. We're going with Mephistion lead. So dump that. Dunk that. Put the Mephiston lead in my palette here. Let's work on the other leg while that side dries. Otherwise, I'm just gonna end up wet blending it all together, which might be worth it, but we'll see. There we go. Yeah, this is a lot more opaque, which is what I wanted. So let's just apply this to this lower leg completely first, just to fully base it and get it based. Rub up. Nice and careful. Well, okay, sort of carefully. One, two, three. I know I saw some tutorial where they used a corn red, but I don't have that. But my plan is I'm gonna get this base red on first, just to be the base, and I'll put a darker red onto this later. Like I'm basing my paint, basing with paint, basing with a base paint. Who'd have thunk? Who does that? Yeah, okay, this is very awkward to hold, but better than nothing. Whoop. Also, this is a base. I don't base with blending and stuff happening. I might not need to be too exactly fully covering with it. Just covering enough. There we go. That. Got these spirit stones as legs as well to deal with. Not sure what color I'll do the spirit stones, but that's a future me problem. Touch. Load up. Finish up the foot. Okay. That's one lower leg. Need more. Bloop. Bloop. Should be enough. Load the water in. And then apply here. Very carefully along the edge. Nice. And just apply it around here. I've got that fire flame thing I'll do last. It's gonna be probably do layer of ivory, yellow, and orange in that order, just to build up the fire look. See how it goes. Yeah. Rotate around in my hand. There we go. Very carefully leave parts which will be metallic alone if at all possible. And there are a lot of raised details here, and so some of it I just can't help but get the color on. If I want to have any sort of decent speed with it at least. Yep, just get this carefully done. Nice. So I should remember to do a little bit of the bottom of the feet, just in case they become visible. It's the second coat here on that knee pad. Get the color nice and smooth. Emphasis towards the front at least, since that's the side we'll be looking at it the most, probably. Okay, so that's his two legs. Then his armbands look like it's going to be the same dealio. So, same dealio on the armbands. Let's just load up. And very carefully paint up. Although, you see for the head though in the picture though, they looks like they use sort of like very cool brass. I feel like that mixes in too much with the existing colors. I might go with a brighter brass or gold for the helmet part. But yeah, this is a big fancy fiery guy of doom. Yet his bronze helmet thingy looks honestly very subdued. A little bit too subdued for my liking. I might just do outright gold on it, maybe. Honestly. We'll get to that when we get to that. First, let's just get the base reds going here. I think I'll also do it for the thing. Also, ad break. 3-minute ad break has begun, so. Well, to any of the subscribers here, thank you for your subscriptions. You can bypass the ads and hear me yammering about and my painting steps. And yeah, any little bit helps with there's ongoing hobby costs and stuff. But again, do not feel obliged, as always. There we go. I probably should use the ad breaks to take a break and stuff, but no. I'm busy. I'm busy just doing my base paintings here first, so I'm just going to base paint. There we go. That's kind of looking good. I can't wait to do the veins and stuff. This should be ready to do. I'll try and get these armor bits done. A little bit more. Go. Let us see. Well, I have to figure out what color to do the amble in. I looked at some reference pictures for ambles, and there's a few different color schemes, and not quite sure which one I want to do. Well, combination of which color scheme I want to do, as well as what colors I actually have on hand to do those schemes with. It's actually going to be a mix of what do I want to do and what do I have. I do a lot of red things. I might try to do a blue amble, honestly, or blue themed sort of amble. Seems like something that'd be fun to try with the glazings and stuff. Oh, let me just because you have a glove. See, so that glove should also be in the red. I think it's a glove. I honestly can't tell. You also have this weird drippy stuff here, which you know what? You're gonna get base red as well, just in case. I don't know why this guy has drippy blood coming from his hand. But the Eldar need not explain to a filthy Monkai like me, so oh well. There we go. Let's get that done. Any other sort of red thing? The tip of his hat has some red. Yeah, okay. The tip of his little head crest has red. Wait, oh, that one. Okay, this one. Let us see about basing that first. Very carefully. Around the edges. Oh, rotate. Nice and carefully. Straight down to the back. Like so. Rotate again to the front. This looks like he's got metallics on the inside of that helmet as well. Let me see. Yeah, that's a lot of metallic on that helmet now. Bright metallic bronze. Okay, there we go. Based. his main armor now. Let us see. I think that should be a good spot to attempt to do the vein glazons. So let me see. I'm going to try with my Vallejo game color, yellow, with what you call it, glazing medium, and get that going first. So got my yellow, getting more of the glaze medium over here. And let's try this very thin first. Nice and very thin glaze of yellow. And let's test with the back of the thigh here first. Ooh, okay, there we go. All right, all right, no, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, I like that, I like that. We're going with it. We're going with it. Getting the yellow glaze. All right, that was that looks nice and sufficiently yellow. And let's go straight to the chest with this now. Very careful. Glazing along the veins. Yes. Let's just get that little bit of glazy there. Right along. Okay, this is looking pretty good, actually. Oh. Let's see what I can get away with this. Because actually, I don't need to be too neat. Again, because yellow isn't very bright. This is now very thin yellow. So the dark body is hiding it a lot versus the white veins I've done. So maybe letting some of the yellow get a bit messy will just help with the blending later. So again, this might be a case I don't need to be too careful with it. I just gotta get it applied first and just get the tinting going from it. There we go. Like so. Okay, maybe okay, that's a bit too much. Need to clean that off a bit. There we go, just draw it down, I think. Is the best bet. No, slight reload. Alright. Trusting the process, trusting the process. Like so. I'm gonna need a smaller brush when it comes to the orange and red glazing parts for this, for sure. Go. Stuck a bit more of that in. Let that bleed through a bit. I'm gonna just bring it down. Yeah, actually, pretty much just doing a yellow wash over this now. The main body I've done is so dark it's not going to be visible, and it just helps with the blending of the color together. Let's get that armpit going. Like so. And get it around in here on the elbow. And then now for the back. Yeah, this is working out pretty well, I think. Well, I have to rely on using the orange and red later to give some variance into this. I think I'll do the orange first, and maybe red will best be for some very spot sort of shading shadow areas and stuff. There we go. Just sweep this around a bit. Okay. Yeah, look at that. It's all looking pretty good. Nice. Okay, so now this might be a case we have to leave this to dry a bit again before I can work on the next colors. Just make sure I got the yellow on all the areas it needed to be. Missed that little spot here. There we go. There. Alright. So then I think orange is going to just be... Where would the orange go? I guess in some sun spots here or there around it. Just clean up a bit. Okay. So I think orange looks like it goes in the recesses between where the intersections are. So I have to be very controlled with the orange. Then the red will be on the the edges of this. Yeah, that seems right with what I have to do. Okay, anyway, so that's good. So I think I have this glazing medium still here with the dark red I had before. I think it's time to use that to get the gradient going here for the knee for these leg pieces. Because it's sort of like there's like a lighter red at the top and a darker red at the bottom, so I'm just going to go about trying to glaze that in. Let's see how that works. So, yeah. Something like that. And I can do intermediate color mixing later as well for that to look better. Yeah, there we go. Because it's mostly the darker red at the bottom, with then the lighter red at the top. I'm hoping this dark red glaze I had from the beginning will do the trick for this, with maybe a few glaze layers. Sort of playing this by ear as we go. Right, so it sort of happens around the middle point here. Yeah, like that. Maybe I need to open some of the regular red while it's wet. And then carefully, oopsie, what's happening here? Yo, Wraith, welcome. Hello, everybody. I'm Coleman, the Plumber VTuber. Thank you for bringing your community over, Wraith. Give me 1 second. One second. I'm trying to do a wet blend here. I'm wet blending. Thank you for coming. Great, appreciate it. Welcome. I'm Coleman, the Plumber VTuber. I plumber a VTube, and I do a lot of mini painting and bodybuilding and stuff. Hello. Oh, okay, 1 second. Hold on, brushing my teeth. Let's get you a good little shout out. That's the Wraith. There we go. What are you doing, Wraith? Welcome. Also, if you have to go, feel free to go. And the stream can be tiring. Yeah, I've been commissioned to to paint some minis for upcoming events we have. And yeah, I have this Avatar of Kane 3D print to do. And yeah, this is my first time doing this much glazing, honestly. I've done the white veins and then yellow glaze over it, and I'm going to try to do orange glazing after that to get the brimstone-y effect here. And yeah, while waiting for the yellow glaze to dry, I'm just trying to get the weird light red to dark red transition on his lower boots going. And yeah, basically just YOLOing along and just seeing how this goes, honestly. Just going with the flow with my bajillion different glaze things here. But yeah, welcome. Thanks for being community over. Great, appreciate it. And again, everyone here is a lovely builder and painter. Great person to check out. And if you also like it, then maybe also give me a follow too. Haha, I do the mini building and paintings and stuff. Yep, been playing. I play about once a week at least, and then we have a narrative event coming up soon, which I'm looking forward to. Which these will probably be starring in. Yeah, basically, I was given this Avatar Kane, this Amble. If you know about the Ambak from Necromunda, then this is the Amble, the before it's been cyberized thing. And I thought I could glue the arm on, glue the body onto the arm upside down to make it look like he's doing a sick flip over the terrain. I was like, yeah, I'm doing that for sure. So he's just going, whoa! So this is going to be a fun one to build first. To paint up. I really want to practice all my glazy bullshitting on this guy, since like there's specific lines. And then I have this guy. I don't know what he is, honestly. I have no clue what he is. He's just a four-legged lizard guy, and he's here to help out. He's doing his best. He's come to help. So yeah, got these 3 to paint up, and yeah, this is my first time using this much glaze in one go. So YOLO. So yeah, pretty excited to try this out and stuff. And well, pretty much just practice things I normally do, because honestly, with my Space Marines, I have very little reason to glaze on my Space Marines. They are specific opaque colors, and then that's it. So this is definitely a lot of new experiences for me here. Although, did I forget to do his shoulder? I forgot to paint his shoulder pads. They had to be red as well. Okay, well, first off, let me see how's the glaze here going, because I think I need to now do a bit of a 50-50 mix on the what you call it, the color blending. Yeah, I'm doing color blending as well now. I'm doing multiple things at once. I should not have color blended into the exact same part I was going to be using. Oh well, YOLO. So just getting up to shenanigans and a half. There we go. Looks like a good middle color here to transition between the two sides. Clean that off. Then grab the regular dark red. Then continue this down. Just straight down, like that. So, yeah, just for this one, I'm trying to sort of match the picture as I see it. For the amble, I don't know what color I'm going to use the amble still. I'm thinking maybe a blue scheme, just so that, since I do so much red in my things, let's try doing something that's nice and blue. And then the little four-legged dude, I'm just gonna have to YOLO him. Just gonna YOLO him whatever comes to mind. Because I'm blanking what color scheme to give him right now. Might just do like a random color picker and then use the trinary colors from that color picker for it. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. And come on, even out that surface here a bit. Not sure the camera can pick up the color transition I got going with this. It's kind of on the subtle side, honestly. Maybe I can enhance it a bit more later. But actually, maybe I can enhance it a bit more right now. With a spot of orange. Nice spot of orange. Tiny spot of red. There we go. Not orangey, slightly lighter orangey red. Let us carefully bring that around the top here. There we go. That's about right. Yeah. Very carefully. Just commit to it like that and see how it goes. Yeah, but this is going to be using all the techniques from Auto Tours I've ever seen. See, okay, let's YOLO it. Just YOLO it and see. So now, I should probably do the metallics for you. No, your red shoulder pads. Before I forget, let's do your red shoulder pads. So, need more of this Mephisto lead. And paint that up first. So now it's getting awkward to hold on to you, honestly. There we go. Straight along the edge. I still have to figure out like what brass color to use because I feel like the one in the picture here is way too subdued and it's too cool of a brass for such a warm model. It needs a warmer brass. I'll just go with whatever colors I have. Go. Oop. More of this. Same on this side. I might do that similar glazing technique on the shoulders as well. But first get the base color going so it has something solid to work to build up from. Yeah, nice and carefully. Up a bit more. Just give me the good solid base to work with. There we go. Okay. Whoop. Nice. Let's see, your head needs a bit more red as well. Let's reinforce that up a bit. Nice and carefully. Rotate. This is pretty much coat number 2 for the helmet. Ah, your gauntlets as well. Ah, you have why do you have so many little? Okay, not many. Just need to second coat the gauntlets now in the red to really bring out that color. Nice and carefully. Same for here. Straight across. No idea what that weird gunk dripping from your hand is still. Some sort of red blood thingy, I guess. Maybe I can get creative with it though. Okay, there we go. Clean the brush up a bit. Let's try to work on the veins now. Again. So I'm going to need the orange. So I'm going to put some orange here. Get my glaze medium again. Like so. Get the 000 brush now. Let's try to make the glaze. Right. Grab you. Let's do the quick test on one of these back bits here. Yeah, okay, that seems okay. So basically I'm going to just sort of randomly do the orange glaze just so that we have a bit of mix of red and yellow together. Or orange and yellow together. It's a very light glaze. So I want to see bits of both colors. So like that. Give me a bit more of the orange here. like that. We're going to keep the yellow as clean as possible at the intersections where it's going to be like the hottest, so to speak. So we just mix it up a bit. Whoopsie. That was a bit too thick of an orange. Need to absorb that away. There we go. Fix that. Get some more of the glazy orange back. Here. Just sort of semi-randomly doing it. There we go. Like that. There we go. Let's get a bit more on this center chest point here. Very carefully. I think needs a bit more of the orange still. Or maybe just a second orange glaze layer after this to darken it. There we go. Nice and carefully. See. I'm thinking, do I like that? Kind of. You can still see the bits of the yellow and the orange, which is good. That's what I want. I need more orange than yellow, though. The yellow should be peeking out here and there. But majority of this should be orange, I feel. Glaze that a bit. Like that. Fill on top of that a bit more. There we go. And actually just also get some of the orange glaze on the flesh bits to blend. As well. Nice and carefully. There we go. That's looking pretty Crimson Fire-like now, actually. I'm quite liking this a lot. It just needs a slight orangey filter on it. Down here, I think. There we go. That's a bit better. The lower legs feel like having a bit more of the orange, the sturdy legs helps a bit. Okay, that's looking pretty interesting. Grab a bit more of this here. For that waist section. Pretty good. I feel like this up here needs to have more orange to blend in and hide the little colors there a bit more. Now he's got orange. He's got orange up his butt crack. The slightly tasteful hint of orange going up the butt crack. There we go. Yeah. Looking cool, looking interesting. I think I'm going to need. I want a very dark red now for these parts. Let's put this down a bit. I want a very dark red, which is not a purpley red. I want a dark red. I might need to mix that with just a red and a black, I think, with what I have. That might be the best thing to do. That's a known oil. I don't want known oil. Where's my black paint at? I have a bajillion Abaddon blacks somewhere in here. Mechanics is grey. I don't. No. Might have use for grey later. Let's take that out first. Ooh, also, there might be a reason to use some Rhinox hide as well. Take that out. This is what all the colors I hear. I don't have a thing. That's black ink. What's this? This is my bone white. I'll bring that out just in case I need that. That's a black wash. Okay, is it not in this container? Where's my... There we go. Here's an Abaddon black to work with. Let's clean the brush up. Let's try to mix up a little bit of very dark red. So, I guess I'll try to mix it here. So that's some Mephiston red I have here. Clean that brush. Shake, shake, shake. Let's get a little dunk of Abaddon black. Mix this up. A bit of water helps as well. There we go. That's... I feel like it's sufficiently a little bit of a dark black, and now I'm going to try to line the sides of these chest plate things he has here with this very, very dark red. It's not sure it's like you call it a edge highlight, but it's just a border of red. Just to really straighten this out and give the glow effect. Just along the edges here. Don't mind if it goes slightly into the panel, because then that just gives a bit of a color shift to it. There we go. Straight through and around. So basically it's going like the bright yellow center to the orange outer level to a like red, dark red halo around the chest plates. So it's like a 3-color transition, so to speak. Just to try to really blend that in. I guess try to give the effect of like a heat scale to this. Carefully. And just have it go around these little tiny spots here. Carefully on those edges. There we go, like that. Very carefully along these edges here. Using it to also just straighten out the lines as I see them. That. See. This upper plate here needs a tiny touch of it. Very carefully. Just on that edge here. And the edge here. And straighten that line there a bit. Straighten the line here a bit. Straighten that line there. There we go. I can do that down here as well. Load up a bit. Get around the edges of those plates. Nice and carefully. Load it. There. Yeah. Straighten that line out here. Wrap it around. I can straighten out a lot over here. Just along those edges. Load up. Come on, last me to the end. Very carefully, almost. There. Nice and carefully. Straight across and around. A little bit of dull water here. WT, what the fat Leo? Hello, welcome. Welcome to stream. How are you doing, mate? Doing some very careful painting here. Oh, hi, Tony. How goes? Welcome. You're seeing me do some really tiny ass painting on this avatar. How goes? Yeah, indeed. Yeah, you do use my screen name. And how goes, mate? Hope you're doing well. Do I feel like do I need to darken? The brimstone feels like I need to have a bit of a darker brimstone on that after that. Ah, hello. Hope you're doing. Hope you're having a good day, sir. Hmm. Yeah, I think I need to have a bit of a darker brimstone going on with this in the centers. So, doing another mix. Have I? No, wait. I need to first finish standardizing what I've been doing. So, let's grab some more of a nice dollop of the red again. And a touch of the black. Tap it to the back of the skin, and then I can then go into the center of it for the more the brimstone color again. Let's see. Oh yeah, check out that butt. Butt on screen. Hold on, this needs to mix better. And an edge highlight along these sides here. Even out those lines as well. Straighten it. Very careful. Oh, got paint on my finger. Meh. Let us be very careful here. Yeah, painting up this avatar Kane, and I'm doing a lot of glazing shenanigans today. Oh, thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciate it, sir. Yeah. Can't wait for that. So yeah, so when I'm getting this like very deep dark red to straighten out all the little lines as well as to redarken the skin. Then I had to go with another darker brimstone color in after that to darken the centers of these leg plates to get the shading right. There we go. There we go. So, looking pretty good, I think. So what I need to do now is go even darker on this flesh. Put you down. I'm going to grab the Abaddon Black I have here. Mix that second part of it into this red, which I have. Or the dark red I had. To get me a very, very dark red. And then, looks like this should just go into the centers of the body, abs and plates and stuff. So just gonna very roughly glaze that in. Well, blend it in, I guess. All the way around. All these sexy ass abs. There we go. Ugh. You're starting corn. No, this is not corn. This is Cain. This is the Elder avatar of war, which gets jobbed in every single animation and story. Well, one of them at least. This is for some upcoming narrative events. And yes. Been asked to help paint some, so that's what I'm doing. And I'm getting to practice more paint skills as well, because I really have almost no reason to really do much blending or glazing on my Space Marine, my color scheme on my Space Marines. Well, this demands it to be done, so haha, I get to learn and practice skills I normally wouldn't be practicing. So, yay for that. There we go. Let me just get this in. Also, remember, this does not cover everything. This is just in the centers of the major bodies. So also getting just a bit more practice with brush control and stuff as well with this. Come on, don't run out of me yet. Nice and carefully. Yeah. There we go. And also, because it's like supposed to like natural looking sorts of glow, it doesn't need to be that accurate. It just needs to be sort of general looking, so it has more like natural look to it. There we go. Start Elder. No, I don't want to start the Elder. It's too disgusting. I get the 10 fire. I get the 30 fire warriors and can run around with us with scout, infiltrate, advance and shoot, melter 6, D6 plus 6 damage bullshit, and everyone would hate me. Although I think everyone already does hate me for my own dice bullshit I pull off already. But that's just how Lady Luck goes sometimes. Haha. And my weird ass dice jujus. Hold on, let me just glaze the butt cheeks a bit more. Ah, here we go. How does that look for like a glowy molten sort of dude? I think it's pretty good, honestly. I'm quite liking that. So I think I'd call the body itself finished, and then it's just all his armor plates to do. Your fucking captain! No, it's my fucking captain, my librarian, and my other captain. So I've had 3 characters pull off their Thorpe invuln spiking bullshit on all of y'all already. So it has happened on 3 different characters now. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, so yeah, let me see. I think if that's the main body part done, I can continue on the armor now, of which your shoulder pads need work still. Yeah, the shoulder pads need another coat of paint. So let's get some more of the Mephisto then. Can't wait for you to put metallics on it. I'm going to put some sort of bronze metallic on this thing, I do believe. Oh, I need my bigger brush. It's supposed to have like a bronze metallic. Because you can see here, it's got like weird bronzy. It's got a nice bright bronzy gold on his main armor trims. And it has a weird, not so bronzy thing on his head pieces. I might try to do a lighter bronze on everything. But then I have to first practice and see what I have as well. But I've been making a lot of use of this Vallejo glaze medium to turn my paints into glazes to make this work. Let me just grab you somewhere and get you your second coat of paint onto these shoulder pads now, which I'll then have to do the trim on later. And also have all these little gems out, the spirit gems as well. Is it spirit gems? I don't think the Avatar Kane uses spirit gems. Or does he? I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with my Eldar laws and how... I think that they've sacrificed someone to summon the Avatar Kane, but I'm not sure if it's multiple lives all going into charge him or something. I have to recheck my Eldar laws. My Eldar law. Hold on. That's tweaking it, and I want it to be even. There we go. I'll probably need another coat later. Bigger brush, every man's dream. Yes, give me that bigger brush and the bigger bush even. Also, well, let me just wet that because this part needs a bit of a color here. I forgot about that. Good enough. Move this up. Your gauntlets as well need that second coat. Let's just get that in here. Blah, 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 blah. Very carefully. So I'm not sure. I think I'm only going to be able to paint one of these minis tonight, I think. I won't have time to switch between the Amble and the others. Well, I might have, but yeah, no, I think I'm just going to hyper-focus on this one mini tonight. And just hyper-focus one mini a week or something, I guess. Although that little guy is very small. Maybe I can get away with him doing him and the other guy together. We'll see. YOLO. I really wanted to try to do this flesh effect, and it's like, oh, turned out pretty well for how long? Almost 2 hours stream, and I got the entire Grimstony flesh effect working. It's like, oh, okay, that's pretty good, honestly. It was the first time trying to also get this weird flesh effect as well. Flesh. Let's see, he's got some straps on him as well. Actually, hold on, is he supposed to have a... Oh, was I not given a... If you see the picture, he has like a chest piece thing on the front of his body. I think he doesn't actually have this here. Was I not given this piece? Oh, I'll have to ask him later. Is there actually a missing piece on this? Oopsie. Oh, easy way to paint the current details first. Let me see. I think with that red applied, it can be time for the trim, I guess. Alright, let's see what metallics I have for the trim on this. Because I have a few metallics. Oof! Thank you for the oof. Let me see. What do I have? That's my putty. My putty. Yeah. I've got the good old Retributor Gold, which might be for the headpiece, honestly. I've got Runelord Brass, might be a thing. I have this Vallejo Gold, but this is a cold gold, honestly. It might not go well with it, so I'll just put that to the side here. What else do I have? What else do I have? Which is metallic-y for that trim. I got copper. Ooh. Actually, the copper. That's a very... I'm gonna try the copper first, and the worst case is then I just go over it with another metallic, so this becomes a metallic base. Okay, let's try the copper first and see. Let's go with something extra warm. One thing with this, for this Vallejo metallic color, there's a metal ball in it. You really gotta shake this because it's actually very thick at the bottom until you hear the metal ball. Ah, there you go. Fall. Like, when I first tried to use this, I was like, why is this so thin? No, it's actually very thick. It just all dodges to the bottom. So you gotta really, really, really fucking shake this to mix the paint up until you can actually hear the ball, the metal ball rattling about inside it. There's a little pro tip for this. Also put that most of these metal color airbrush colors, they are thick enough to just use as is for your paintbrush. Very little thinning if any needed. Okay. I coppered myself. I'll just give a few drops there. There you go. One more to heat up. Here's the winter. I can't be fucking ass to do that, mate. Probably a good idea, though. Okay, since I have all this painted flesh around this guy, I don't want to make a mistake. I'm going to use my small, thin triple zero brush to apply this. Just load it up carefully. And now I want to be very slow and careful with it. There we go. Minimal to no mistakes allowed. Hold up again, very small amount. Stabilize the hand and very carefully paint that on. Nice and careful. Be patient. No need to rush this at all. There we go. So that's the front of that knee pad. Now to carefully do the inside and back trim of this knee pad. So again, no need to rush. Just apply the paint slowly and carefully and controlled. I can do a second coat later to even it out if need be. Do not rush it. I repeat this for the chat and for myself to remind me, don't fucking rush this. Take the time. Do it slowly. Very carefully and slowly. In there. Just a tiny spot in there. Don't get this brass onto the flesh I spent so long doing. There we go. Okay, that's one of the brass things. I need to fix the red a bit, but the red is easy to fix. The flesh, all the things I've done to it and stuff, not so easy to fix. So let's very carefully repeat that again. So I'm going to do it inside first this time, just to get the risky part done first. Stabilize the hand and continue. Keep going nice and carefully. Load. There we go. I'd have to paint those flames later, but that's a future me problem, not a current me problem. There we go. Nice and carefully. Tap it. Again, the red can be fixed, the flesh cannot be. And you see I made a mistake on the red already. It is. Oh yeah, when I came home, I definitely heard the rain starting to peak up, which is why I was originally going to do airbrush, trying to do airbrush for the flame effects here tonight with my lacquer paints, but then I heard the rain pick up when I was in the toilet. I was like, no. I'm doing the acrylic hand brushing. I don't want to open up a window and risk another bloody drippy drip bullshit. There we go. Okay, so we got two of those little trims there. There's actually more trim to do on this. Let me think. I guess I can use the side of the brush. There we go. And just catch the top edges of these trims to make it the copper color. There we go. That actually works out pretty well, honestly. Holy shit, that actually worked pretty well. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I've got that. He's that little ring under the knee as well. Don't try it, Anakin. Don't try it. You underestimate my power. Okay, I have to do this very carefully. Stabilize the hand, and then paint around this entire rim here. Very carefully. Again, mistakes are being made, but they are fixable on the very plain red armor here. Load up again. You underestimate my dick size, Anakin. I mean, Obi-Wan. Yeah. There's that episode 3 scene, but Anakin loses his dick as well. Oof. There we go. We got that copper trim on that leg. Need to do that on this one now. Nice and carefully. Reload the brush. There we go. And then and again, stabilize. Just paint along. There we go. Crispy. Extra crispy. When the dick is crispy, oh my. You want to have want fries with that, ma'am? Crispy dick and fries. Yep. Carefully. Flip around. Oh, there's so much more trim to actually do. Very carefully. Right down. Okay. Now, I need to do the same for this leg here. Just load up the side of my brush. And very carefully scrape it against the top of these raised details to get them colored in. Nice and carefully. And be patient, be calm, do not rush it. There is no need to rush any of this. Just do it carefully. Get it right. There we go. That's the other detail spot on the arm done. Or the leg done. So you have to do... He's got some trim that now extends around the leg, which I need to do. Oh, ad break starting about 1 minute, so bear with us when the adverts run. I can't do much about that. Twitch requires this. And so I just set my ads to run for 3 minutes ads every hour of streams to disable pre-roll ads so new people coming in do not see adverts for help better viewer retention. If y'all wish to see my stream without ads, then do feel free to drop a little bit of a subscription, although again not mandatory. Do be financially responsible, but if you wish to help support me, then any little bit helps, either through channel subscriptions, or tips or otherwise through my donation links, and yada yada, and whatnot. Yeah. What have I just said about that? Anyway, so now I have to be very careful with getting the edge of this. Unfortunately, bad angle for stream to see, but I need this angle to see what the heck I'm doing in the first place. It's just this armor trim here needs to be done is right where the flesh is, so I have to pay extra close attention. Yes. Oh no! You're getting a dick pic no matter what. The dick pics are free. You gotta sub to get me to stop sending the dick pics. There you go. Yeah, that's how my monetization works. The subs will stop the dick pics. Anyway, yeah, this is very bad streaming viewing angle. Actually, good thing I'm doing this thing which I can't show easy stream during the ad breaks, which no one is gonna see anyway. Huzzah for impeccable timing on my part. All according to Keikaku. All according to the plan. The boring, hard to show, hard to see things are happening during the advertisement break. Nyaha. Okay. So it looks like that's the leg. Nope, he's still got leg trims to do. Oh my god, he's got so many leg trims to work on. Okay then. Very carefully. Whoa, woo, woo. Stabilize. Paint this. Trim. Extra carefully. Load up. There we go. Nice. Reach that brush in and around. Straight across, straight down. I can touch this up all later. And this trim here at the front. Yep, right and around. Okay. Color on top of that to be sure. Yeah. Then for the other little ankle trim. Very carefully paint this along. Yep. Right along. Oh, come on. This is getting awkward to hold. Also, welcome back from the advertisements, everybody. If anyone's stuck in advert hell, it was just me very awkwardly twisting and twirling this model around to get this trim painted. we go. Very carefully hit the edges here. There we go. I don't think I can finish this guy in one go tonight, but it looks like I can get most of him done at least, which is pretty good. Because let's see, what's the time right now? It's 11 o'clock my time, so ideally I'll stop in about 30 minutes. I think gives me 30 minutes to raid out, wind down, clean up my stuff and everything. There we go. Let me just get this trim around here. We will see what my progress is when that time comes. Yep. Very carefully. There we go. Okay. There. Bye. Bye. Thanks for popping by. Have a good night, sir. That's a fly. What the heck? Get out of here, fly. There we go. What the? Jeez. I don't know if the camera caught that. That was a little moth fly that just went past my face. Anyway. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Doing this. Also, I have to do his sword as well later. Let me see. His sword has some brass on it, right? Yeah, it does. But I should do the brass later. Nah, do I do it now? Maybe I'll do his sword now. Looks like it's got some good brass spots to do. Oh, my brush is drying out. We'll remix up that bronze. Stabilize the hand. And paint very carefully. Oh, let's get that cross guard going. A little bit more. Straight across and along. Very carefully. Actually, yeah, let's just make the entire part brass first. Get good brass coverage on it. It's the sword part which need to get ready to do the color transitions on. Nice and carefully. There we go. Just apply that across. That's the weird crystals. I don't want to do that in brass. I want everything leading up to the crystal brass. Or brass, copper, whatever. This the funny metallic I'm using. Across it all. Little side spots. These side spots. And then the bulbous tip at the end, the butt plug at the bottom. That get a nice copper butt plug going here. Oh, just keep loading up on that copper. Right around it. There we go. There. All right. Anything else is? Oh, his trinkets are. Of course, his trinkets also have the brass on it. All right. Trinket. Let's be extra careful with the trinkets. Let's just get the top surfaces first. Very carefully. In fact, I'm not going to go all the way to the very base because these are near the flaming skin. I'll let some of the existing paint stay on the side of those trinkets just to sort of shows a bit of a glow happening on the trinkets. That's why. Well, that's what I'm going to justify at least for now, unless I get braver later. Unlikely, but you never know. Okay, the next trinket is here. Very carefully. There we go. Where else are your other trinkets at? Oh, this is your little dangly trinkets here. Very carefully bring this up and along. There we go. Same for this side. Right along the edges here. There we go. Bottom edge. Top of the trinket. That's close to the body. I don't want to go too close to it. How many damn trinkets do you have, mate? What? Very carefully. Oh, even more. Right here's another one. Along the outer edge. Okay. Another one. Very carefully get those side edges colored in to complete it. Rotate this way. Got another trinket on this side now. Very carefully. Again, don't rush it. I don't need to rush this. Calm and careful. Maintain patience. There we go. Each side of that trinket needs to be done. It's going to be seen. One under the arm here, which again, it's very hard to show you guys. Because of the position, you just have to very carefully. Ow. Get that one. Color it in. There we go. Little his loincloth gems need to be done. So there's going to be copper all over first, and I'll do the gems later in their intended color. There we go. Same case for here. Around the egg. Okay. What else? What else on this thing? Yes, I need to ask about the chest piece, which isn't not on it, it seems. Huh. He has armbands. Oh shit. Alright, those. Ah shit, armbands, okay. Just very carefully get these armbands done. Whoop. Very carefully do that. Right along. Reload. And continue. Very carefully rotate again. Load up some brass, get the side edges. Very carefully. All the way around. Nice and carefully. Okay, so far I'm being very quiet, but this is taking a lot of focus to do nicely. There we go. Okay, that's one armband. Now for the second armband. Right here. Very carefully. Draw this up. Copper. Very carefully draw this along the edge. There we go. Nice. That becomes fully copper. Again, being very careful because now I'm very near the flesh I was painting before. Whoop, to the front. There we go, along those edges. Whoop, turn around. Painting carefully. Now I'm here also just the arm trim. Before I forget that, honestly, as well. Paint this in. There we go. Just drawing the paint into the recesses as I can, just tapping it a bit. Right. Again, get the outer edges. Like so. And the inner edges as well. A bit more. Okay. We have armor trimmed still. Very carefully paint that in. Very carefully from the side of the brush. There we go. Rotate. Paint that trim of an edge in here. Yeah, okay. Then all this bullshit on the side now. Again, side of the brush. Use it to just glance along. And this I can come back later with a red to fix the recesses as needed. Right now, just gotta get that on. There. Okay. Think about the little arm claw things. You know, since I got the copper here, you get the copper arm claws as well. You get that bling. You get the bling bling. Well, rotate around. 2, 3. And then the inside like so. Go. Now you have the inside of your gauntlet has a thing there. And a little trim as well. Rotate around again. Very carefully paint that along. Just along the outside as neatly as I can. Touch that up a bit. There. Okay. So far, so good, I think. So the other arm has trims as well to do. Let's get that trim along here done. There we go. Rotate. Get the outer trim. Nice. And then inner trim. Very good. Okay. Fill some of that again. Now I do that other trims now. A lot of trimming. We're trimming and edging. This is full on edging and gooning hours here. With the Avatar Kane. Gooning with the Avatar Kane. Edging with the Avatar Kane. Live on Twitch. Be gone, bot! Screw you. Ban. There we go. Chat bot removed. Okay. Now, this comes in around here. Finishing up the coloring. Nice and carefully. And then the upper part of the arm, which then sort of merges in with whatever the weird blood thing he's holding on, he's caressing is. So kind of that's the end of the trim there, I guess. Mostly the inner rim trim now. I guess I'll just blend the paint in at the top. And of course the little bony hooky things he has, I'm going to put those into the copper color as well. Oh, I might have smacked the camera in my head for good luck. Nice and carefully. There we go. There we go. Perfect. All right. So I can keep going with these shoulder pad trims now. Very carefully. Double load. Straight across. Right. It was up there. A little bit of the gold trim on that. And then on the back of it now. Very carefully. Alright, there's a mistake there, but again, these mistakes are only happening on the solid red areas, so that's very easy to fix later. I'll just make sure I do my best to not make a mistake on the bloody flesh, which we've spent all stream doing. Because while we're fixable, it'll take a lot of steps to fix it, and I just rather not use the time to fix it. Go. That comes up here. That goes along this what was it? Shoulder armor. Just dabbing the paint into those lines as well. Be safe, make sure the coverage. There we go. We'll do the other side. Very carefully stabilize and paint. Straight across. Rotate around. And then do the same here. Come on, paint. Last me to the end. Last me to the end. Okay. This wraps here. Small part. Very carefully. Outer edge. Like so. Upside down to get the inside of that now. Roll up again. Much bigger load out. Go. Very careful. Still. Stabilize and fill this spot here. There. And then we hit this trim. Nice and carefully. Again, hit the inner trim. There's a lot of inner trim there, honestly. Yeah, I probably could go faster with a bigger brush, but I do not trust myself that much in these tight confines, so I'm going to stick with the smaller brush and just more strokes. There we go. Then, yeah, side of that trim. Nice and carefully, right across it. Fill it in. Need to fill in this side as well a bit. Actually, I've got to fill in the underside of that armor completely. Very carefully. Alright. Back of this one over here now. Same case. Just fill out the inner armor. There we go. Okay. And you've got a little symbol thing on the side here to handle as well. So again, side of the brush. Very careful. Just fill it in. Across it. Very carefully. There we go. Then your big headpiece thing as well. I think I'll just do it entirely in the hopper while I'm here. Just load up nice and easy. Get me that good ass coverage. Oh yeah, there we go. Yep. On the top. On the inside. Very carefully. Reach it in. There we go. Let me just see. Do I have enough to fill out the back? Maybe. There we go. Fill out the back some more. And there. Take the front. There we go. Okay. My paint seems to be drying out now, or drying up. So I think with that, I think that's a good time to call it. Let's see, it's about 11:30. So actually, around the exact time I wanted to call it for tonight. So yeah, not pretty good progress considering this whole thing was completely black when we first began. So yeah, I guess throughout the week I'll continue with this most likely as I can, and also next week we'll see where I get. But yeah, with that though, let us find someone lovely to raid because I do not want to go too late. I need to clean up and everything still. So let me see. Let me see. Whomst is still going? Whomst is still going that I can raid into and haven't played it in a while. Looky, let's see. What's this? I think I had a idea earlier, but I forget. Let me look, let me look. Let me see. Oops, is there I can play at this time? Zoop, zoop, zoop. There's a lot of people on right now. Plenty of peeps. Let's see, oops. Is somebody comfy we can go to at this time? Wow, there's so many peeps online. Okay, I'm just gonna have to go YOLO and see. Let us see. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't think I've rated them in a bit. Yeah, okay, let's go. Let's go quick and simple. Yeah, let's go say hello to Wing Wing. She's doing some birthday and donathon drawings and stuff. So yeah, let's just have a comfy time to round out the night. So again, thank you for coming. Great, appreciate it. Let's get the raid going. Yeah. So we're gonna say hello to... Oh, I can't raid her. Okay, never mind. I guess she's gonna end her stream soon. Well, so much for that. Oh wait, random pick again. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay, here we go. Will this one work? I haven't raided her in a bit. Copy. Let's get a copy going. Please, will this work? Will this work? Let's go. Oh, hi, Dr. Anime. Hi, welcome. Oh, you came just as I'm getting ready to raid out, though. Let me get the raid setting going. Then, okay, so I was painting this lovely lad today. He was primed all black only at the start of the stream, and now we've gone this far. So yeah, huzzah. So, okay, so let's get the raid message going. Raid message is good. The raid message will be, the community has come by to spill paint everywhere. And add some emotes. So yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I got commissioned to paint a few things. Here's one of them. He started all black, primed like those guys, and I got this far today, which is like nice. I did a bunch of glazing techniques and blending techniques, which I haven't done much before, so ton of practice for this. So yeah, thanks all. So yeah, so sorry, Dr. May, for coming late, but yeah, I need to go soon. Yeah, thanks all for coming. Great, appreciate it. And yeah, until next time. Hold on, I have my message copied. Yeah, I have pasted. Copy pasted. Yeah. Until next time. Away we go. No.